I want to record some narration to go along with the first FPV video that I'm making with this little yellow truck here. This is actually the second run at narration. My first recording cut off after about a minute. No idea why that happened, but we're going to try this again. This is a little four-wheel drive truck, 1/28th scale, that I got off of Banggood, and I'll put the link in the video description. And the little FPV camera that I'm using is one of the all-in-one camera transmitter antenna combos. This one's switchable, 25 milliwatt, 50 milliwatt, and 200 milliwatt. This is on a 200 milliwatt setting, but I'll also put the link to that down in the description, so if you're interested in taking a look at one, you can see which one I'm using. And this is just the very first thing that I've ever shot by attaching an FPV camera to a drivable and sticking it on the garage floor and just running it around a little bit. We're about to run into one of the first issues I have. That metal rail on the bottom of that chair, when it comes in contact with the antenna, as you can see, really displeases that little antenna. And I think we get another spot later where we get a pretty strong vibration that gives us a batch of static. And I may hit the chair rail again at some point, zooming around. But this is just the first test. I'm just running around to kind of test out the transmitter and see what kind of range I get, what the breakup is like. This is being recorded on a little eSheen ground station. I'll put the link to that down as well. It's a little receiver that has a built-in DVR in it. And then I'm using a pair of cheap goggles that I will also link in. These I bought a goodly while back, and they've been kind of collecting dust in the garage, and I've recently kind of re-entered the hobby, as it were, so I've dusted them off and I'm using them. I believe they're probably about half what I paid for them. There's that hard jolt, doing a little four-wheeling over the wooden rocks under the table. It doesn't seem to take, I don't think, that hard a jolt again with regard to causing any other breakup. So I'm not sure exactly why the transmission broke up so badly there. Get a good look at my shins while I sit here. Anyway, caps from spray paint. The garage floor looked so terrible during this drive around that I took some time and swept it up before I made another video, because this is the accumulated detritus of most of a summer. This chair is too low for me to get under, so I had to back out and go around this one. There's not a lot of, you know, brilliant. There's another little glitch. There's another little glitch hitting the chair. Not a lot of brilliant driving or cool stuff to look at in this particular video. As I said, this is just the very first time I had attached the camera and driven it around. The camera is on the hood on a little Velcro mount that I made. I've used some of the ring mounts that mount around the lens and allow you to adjust the camera angle. But in this case, I didn't have one that was available that wasn't already mounted to something else. So I just made a little flat piece of plastic, mounted the camera to it, and then attached some Velcro to that in the truck hood. So, well, I'm about to come to an end of the run around the floor here. So, for those of you who stood around this long in order to watch, thanks, and maybe you throw a like on the channel, something will come of that.